Alright, Blood Bowl fans, we got a big one here. I'm finally playing against the coach that I often call the best coach in the league. Andyzz, Andyzz, I'm not sure how it's actually supposed to be said, so sorry about that. Please do tell me, actually, that would be really helpful. I also don't know where he's from, so I'm going to have to ask, and hopefully I'll get that information before I post the video on YouTube. Anyway, we're playing my Orks against his Necromancers, and the Orks are the Wooden Gits, of course, and Suicide Woodmando, who he made specifically for this league, are going to be playing us. And each of these people are named after us, so they are singing the ICBBL national anthem, We Are the Champions. And the Orks, yet again, are singing WARG! Because they can't sing, they can only scream in angry voices. Or for the Goblin, WAG! Same idea, you know. His angry voice is more high-pitched and annoying. Coin flip. And temporarily, Catcher is wearing the referee's uniform. But he's going to come back and join us on the pitch in a moment. I'll preface this by saying that I was not in the best condition playing this game. I should have postponed it, but I didn't. Andyzz was nice enough to say that we could rematch though, so I will give hopefully a better showing against him in the second Wood Wars I have against him, whenever that may be. Let's have a quick look at what we got there. Not the zombies, we have Varksen. We have Lucas Caller, that Caller spelled wrong. Yacinde, Jackal, and Chris J. I've actually played all of these people recently. Varksen is the only one I haven't had a Wood War against. The two whites are Rylok and Ook. And then we have Urban Zorro and Smoko taking the part of the Golems, and myself and Fallen Glory as the two wolves. Kick comes from the Necro side, and the Wooden Gits get an extra reroll. That's good news for me. And a touchback. That's even better news for me. And we give it straight to the Goblin. Because there's no better ball carrier than the Goblin. I was playing this game seriously, but I was playing it incredibly sleep deprived, so even though I wasn't intentionally doing silly things, I was unintentionally doing stupid things. As you'll see as the game progresses, already I've left a piece on the edge ready to be blitzed. On both edges, for that matter. I should have come in here and blitzed in this way. That would have been the better way to do that. And Black Hawk gets the first armor break, though it's just a stun. Yacinde is down. And second Black Hawk punches Vox in the face, but he'll be okay. The Squig Brain has a go. Doesn't do any damage, but that's good enough. Now we can move the Black Hawks up to stop any quick advancement coming down the middle. And the thrower we're going to use as an extra block piece, as Catcher already has the ball. So we don't have a problem there. And Lobber doesn't have to do his job of lobbing the ball. So Andyzz is a good coach, so of course he's going to immediately surf a piece here. He'd be mad not to, and I gave him this option so cheaply, which was awful on my behalf. And I didn't just do it once, I'm going to do it many times this game. So fortunately he has to actually re-roll the first one, so we've managed to burn all of his rolls. But Gutter is dead, and I don't have an arrow, so that's a blitzer down. Bye bye Gutter. I'll replace you as soon as I can. I'm just going to have a quick look at the face when this is happening. Right as that one happening. And Gutter is now on the Necromantic team. We don't have a coach called Gutter, so I don't know if he'll keep that name or not. Keep that zombie or not, but I hope he does. At least keeping pieces on the opposing team. And we're going to block the other blitzer here. Good enough. He's going to get up next turn now. And surprisingly, he hasn't actually put the whites into a fighting position, he's put them back in defense. Which is interesting. but I like it actually. It's an interesting way of using them. I bring Thrower in for support. I'm going to try and do some damage to Fallen Glory here. Sorry, Fallen. But first, I'm going to punch Ook in the face. Sorry, Ook. I'm going to say sorry to all the pieces this game. That's painful. And... ooh, Squig Brain really stupid, but it's not so bad here. And we do get a block on Lucas Caller. And Lucas, I'm not sorry. And we're actually going to blitz the wolf. That was unnecessary. But okay. Why did we do that? I guess we want to do damage to both these pieces, but that wasn't necessary at all. And do some punching this side, surely? Yep. I should be punching this zombie as well to get my blitzer into a normal surfing position, or a less likely surfing position. And I will do that, good. And Catcher can go this way if he's going to go anywhere, or he can stay where he is. Yeah, that's fair. Though there is a gap here, so not necessarily the best option. Though the only way he can get down here is by dodging, and Andy is not likely to do that. And I should have followed. Why didn't I follow? That was really stupid. But there we go. Let's put that down to sleep deprivation again. And luckily he's going to be sleeping on the edge instead of being pushed off the edge. Which gives a 2-die comfortably on the Black Walk, who's not going to get back up until he's recovered from that stun. And the wolf can have a go at the goblin. Yep, that was well played. And the goblin is stunned, surprisingly. Not surprisingly that his armor broke, but surprisingly he just got a stun. He's had a history of having some really bad injuries early on in the game. And the ball is already out of reach. Well, I can dodge out. That's going to be the only way I can get to it. And it's almost definitely what I'm going to do. And yeah, Squeakbrain did things this time. He's going to lock up Fallen Glory. And Thrower is also going to lock up Fallen Glory. And I'm going to have to take a 1-die against myself with this Blitzer. But that should be good enough. The push isn't reroll. That's much better. He needs to reroll there just to stop the score. I don't follow up the ball. I don't think I could during a GFI, so that's fair enough. And Black Wolf is free, he should go towards the ball, and he does. Okay, I wasn't too sleep deprived, and I have to pick up this piece, so it's not easy for him to move this onto the ball. It does mean Slammer, of course, is going to get surfed, but at least there's no white coming to pick up the ball. At least this time. Slammer manages to survive the surf, and we get a 2 down. That's the last reroll. The rerolls are now gone. And Urban Zorro gets a good punch on claws. The white can take a block against this Black Hawk here as well, but first we're going to move this zombie into a position so it's harder for me to pick up the ball. That's fair, and this zombie will block up here probably. No, he's going to come and lock up here with GFI. Interesting. Now we're going to block the Black Hawk with the zombie. That's another armor break. This is not good or karma. And the white comes into the fight as well, as does the golem, who stands in the way. And the last zombie comes down because, well, Black Hawks can't move very fast, so no need to lock him up. I stand up myself, and we're going to try and dodge out into a blitz, but with no rerolls. That fails. Fallen Glory is staring up at the sky with his tongue lolling. The thrower goes straight towards the ball, but we're going to use Catcher to pick it up, and luckily enough, the Squid Brain doesn't. Really stupid. I probably should have done that first. And we've KO'd Ook. Okay. That's pretty good. And taking a punch against Chris J, but he's fine. That leaves the Goblin free to do Goblin things. And he's going to do that first. And dodge out. Good. Now we can punch myself and put him down. And stun him. Alrighty, I'm stunned, so I've got to be quiet for a bit. No, I'm not really going to do that. It's not even worth the joke. The zombie isn't really in a safe position. The flesh golem can get on there quite easily, which he will do now. And he does get a POW, which is a shame. Means the goblin's going down again. And he's going to be stunned again. And the ball's going to go towards the golem, fail, go towards the troll, fail, and the werewolf, Fallen Glory, is going to move into a position so he can get it after he's put down these pieces, but he's not going to get it yet. Yeah, this is one of Andy's strengths actually. He's very good at setting up and thinking a couple of turns ahead. It's something that I've noticed in all the games I've played against him and also in the games that I've seen. It's his main strength, and something that's quite rare in coaches actually. Though we have a lot of these coaches in ICBBL who can think like that. I have to use my first reroll. And I do just that to knock down the zombie. And kind of need to put this piece down with the troll. I don't necessarily need to pick up the ball, but I do need to put a piece on Fallen Glory, and I guess I'm going to do that here. Oof. There's a stun on Voxen. And I'm actually going to move the Blitzer into a receiving position. I may actually go for the ball here. Why do I do that? No. That was bad. What I should have done is blocked Andy's wolf. Actually, it's not so bad. It does kind of the same thing either way. But I should have just blocked up Andy's wolf and spent one more turn, like he's done, spent one more turn waiting to pick up the ball, because I have the pieces here and I have the numbers here. And Claw's going to come in against the Lobber. I'm going to push him onto the ball. Yeah, pretty easy pickup. It would have been much easier if I just stood on Andy's instead of doing what I did. And Fallen Glory runs well out of the way. And it's going to be difficult, if not impossible, to stop him. I think it's impossible actually. The only way to do it is with the Goblin. It's not a very good way of doing it. The Squid Brain doesn't get as good a punch this time, and Skull rolls into a 2 down. I could just let that go, to be honest. I didn't need to reroll it. I'm not stopping the ball anyway, but it would have given Goblin a chance to at least stand on Fallen Glory. Andyzz is going to do some things, mostly moving, but he doesn't stall. Maybe he's changed his mind. Oh no, he is going to stall. He's going to stall by moving it that way. That doesn't change anything. I still think I can't get to him. He's doing very good at positioning here, so that all of my pieces are locked up. Though unfortunately he gets a skull, which leads to a turnover, so he can't quite clean up the way he wants. I may move Goblin towards the ball carrier here, but I don't think he can actually get there. And Blitz is going to move towards the ball carrier as well, forcing him to score next turn instead of scoring on turn 8, basically. Yeah, didn't need to take a block there at all. Would have been better off just leaving the troll standing. Goblin does manage to dodge out though, and move into a position where he can potentially cause trouble next turn. Again, just forcing Andy to score earlier than he wants to. And that's good enough to put down Urban Zorro and even stun him. And then I roll a skull as well, ending my turn, and leaving way too many pieces unlocked. Didn't need to take a block with the troll, didn't need to take a block with the black hook there, shouldn't have done either of those, but I did both. And Andy is going to stall. That's pretty safe. The only way I can put him down is with a Goblin, but I am going to try that. And with a really stupid, it means that you can just position things easily and even take a block against the Goblin without too much of a problem. Though the best he gets is a push. That doesn't change anything, Goblin can still get there. block against Lobber is a little bit scary with Claw, but he's fine. Moving a couple of pieces in support just in case. He is going to have one more turn after this at the end of the day. And the 2 down is pretty good for me. It doesn't make a difference actually with the last turn of... with the last being this turn. So my one chance to stop the ball is with the Goblin. So that's what's going to happen here. Goblin's going to have to be a hero. If he manages an armor break, he can help. If he manages anything less, then it's not going to make a difference. We are going to bring a few pieces down just so we can't get the other wolf easily down to here. That's not really going to make a difference if he does or not. In fact, moving those orcs doesn't change anything. And I'm going to lock up the flesh golem though, so he has to use the white, which is a pretty easy one. Here comes Goblin, hero moment. That's good enough. No armor break isn't good enough though. That's just an easy pickup, and he doesn't even have to put the goblin down. So the white's going to move in just in case the pickup fails, which is fair. And Fallen Glory reclaims that Fallen Glory. And I don't know what he was doing to the white there, but it looked very clippy. And Fallen Glory is running around wagging his tail, as usual. Alright, half time, 1-0 to the Necros. The 1K was back, Rylock, and what's his name? Gutter is still dead. I remember to put a Black Orc onto the Squig Brain here, so he has a friend, so he's less likely to really stupid. Really stupid is less likely to happen if you have a friend next to him. And in the second half I am actually kicking to Andy, which is always bad news when we 1-0 on his drive. I don't have a lot of hope of scoring again. I don't have a lot of hopes of winning if we go into the second half and Andy is ahead. And it's even worse if I'm kicking. Quick Snap is nice, he can reposition the team to get into a better formation. And he does just that. Yep, I set up again where both my blitzes can be surfed. This is a mistake due to being tired. This is not what I would normally do against Necromantic or Norse, for example. I would normally set up here and here, here and here. But I don't, and I would be surprised if Andy doesn't punish me for it again. And that he does. This is down to sleep deprivation now. Just not paying enough attention to what's going on and what I'm facing. So straight away, one of my blitzes is off the pitch and I'm down to 9 players. Thank you for punishing me every time, Andyzz. I'm not likely to forget it as a result, even when I'm half asleep or half dead. I am generally quite a good Orc coach as well, but this game is not showing that because I'm not playing Orcs very well here. Not at all. And we take a 2-die block against the Black Orc, hoping to do some damage. But none comes. And pick up is good. And we can move the ball ready to, well, do anything with really. And he moves it just out of reach, so I can't get to it even if I want to. Could have followed there to make it easier to block against the Golem, but I did instead leave Black Orc here, so it was less likely to really stupid, and he really stupided anyway. And have to reroll the block to try and get this piece safely off the edge. Though that doesn't happen. Well, at least I don't follow, but it doesn't make much of a difference, to be honest. I bring the goblin in support to get a punch on Lucas here. Because if you get a chance, why wouldn't you punch Lucas? And we'll take the 1 die on the golem. He's going to get right back up though. Yep, first piece to get back up. Wolf's going to come in for the blitz, which is fair enough. If you're against a lot of armor value as Necros, you may as well blitz with the Wolf. Something that I haven't been doing very well in my team of Necros in the CCL. I'm going to try and work on that a little bit. And it's pretty easy to defend this area because there aren't any pieces there really to cause him any trouble at all. He's quite likely to go just 2-0 next turn by running down, next 2 turns, just by running down. And if you can go 2-0, you may as well, when you're already 1-0 up. Just put more pressure on your opponent. And he sets up for a surf next turn. Which I doubt I'm going to have much success defending against, but I'll try. Yeah, it's taking a 1 die skull and then a 1 die 2 down against Zoro, and the fist is stunned. That's not good news. He doesn't even have to defend at all here now, he can just run down unmolested. And he'll probably do just that, but he will try and get a free die on the goblin. So he moved the zombie out of the way. I think that was the main purpose of that move. Now we're going to blitz Gouger, which is fair enough. Off he goes. Bye bye Gouger. That's a KO. Hopefully he'll be back at the next drive, because there's going to be a score here definitely. And I'll try and get my 1 back. And just a push on Goblin for the first roll, and the second roll is better, that's a POW. But no armor break, he'll be fine. Yeah, the troll is going to lock up this little area, because I can't really get the ball. But Goblin's going to try and be a hero again, and fails the first dodge. That was a harder hero moment though for him, so that's fair enough. And he's going to actually stall for 1 turn, so it makes it harder for me to get back a score at the end. Though I will probably try and blitz out I will try and dodge out with the blitzer if he manages to stay standing. And he does, because... Why did you reroll that actually? I don't understand. Rylock is injured. Necro doesn't bring him back. So, sorry Rylock. Now I actually have a chance to blitz and knock down, to dodge and blitz onto Fallen Glory, and hopefully knock him down, hopefully even knock him out. And dodge is good. GFI is not. And no reroll. But that means that he's going to have to score, he can't stall any longer. And he does just that, that's a level up for Fallen Glory. I can tell you now that the level up on Fallen Glory was good. Fallen Glory got an agility plus from the level up. So that's what happened there. So 1 injury against 1 dead and 1 knockout against no knockouts. So we're doing the startup. And I just had confirmation that there are 20 days for the CCL. In the last video I was talking about maybe starting a new team. I won't bother now because there's only 20 days. So I'll use those 20 days with the pack collection and see if I can actually get 20 days worth of games in. Maybe, just maybe, by some miracle I'll actually manage to qualify with them if I get a lot of wins. Though that's less likely. Back to this game though. Just punching zombies and pushing them because we've gone to friendly mode. Yep, free blocks, free pushes. And actually break formation, which I never do with Orks, so that's how tired I am here. This was kind of the point when I realized that I wasn't playing optimally as well. It took me more than the first half to realize I was making a lot of mistakes when I was playing, even though watching the replay, of course, I can see them immediately because I'm awake now. But it wasn't really until this point that I realized how badly I was actually playing. So I'm not afraid to do a little bit of silly things here at the end, just to try and get some SPP, like that pass. And again, I've left Blitzer in a position where he can easily get surfed. And exactly that happens. Bye-bye slam. Yeah, when I'm on form, definitely it would not be so easy to surf all my pieces. But I'm really not on form in this game. And I think it was at that point, actually, it was exactly that point when I realized how badly I'd been playing. And I saw that I did the exact same thing on this side. Taking nothing away from Andyzz though, he's been playing very well, and he always plays very well. Even when I'm on form, there's a good chance he's winning 3-0 or 4-0. At this point, 2-0 of course, but I mean by the end of the game. Yeah, so I actually do something sensible first, which surprises me. I push a zombie, one more zombie onto the troll, and I really shouldn't be blocking with the zombie this turn, so I hope I don't. With the troll this turn, so I hope I don't. In fact, actually, I'm going to do something really stupid, and I'm going to try and throw the goblin with him instead. Here we go. I didn't really stupid, but the throw sucked, and Catcher just lands flat on his back with his neck broken, it looks like. But he'll be back in a moment. I mostly just want to see the animation with the troll throwing the goblin. I have seen it in the past, but I haven't seen it in a while, so I want to see it happen. And the last blitzer gets blocked off gets surfed off the pitch. And he's KO'd. He's not coming back properly this game. And maybe on the very last turn, if Andyzz manages to score, or if I manage to score, which is really unlikely. That was my one shot at scoring, basically throwing the goblin into position and then running it out of the way. It didn't happen. Yep, and this time Fallen Glory again. No, me. I pick up the ball. And I'm going to try and blitz myself, but dodge fails. So that's pretty much the end of this game. He's going to try for one more touchdown, which he gets. There's one GFI, fair enough. Finishing the game 3-0 because there's nothing I can do on the last turn. Even with a rise, not very likely. Because Andy isn't one of these coaches who puts pieces at the back line. Now I've said that, he's probably going to do it, but I'm pretty sure he's not one of those coaches. So, one injured each. One of my 2 KOs comes back, and he had no KOs. So we're going to end the turn just by taking some blocks, and like I said, he's not one of these coaches who puts everything at the back on the last turn. He understands this is a bad idea against a riot. Cheering fans is great, get an unnecessary reroll, and the ball is great, goes well off the pitch. We're just going to try for one last play with the goblin, who's going to attempt to pass. He does the pickup, and here comes the pass, fail, reroll. Success, 6+ pass, well done. And catch is good, yes. We got 1 SPP on the goblin at the end. And let's try a handoff just for fun, and then block this piece here. That's the goal here. And no. Ah well. Yeah, so that wasn't the best game I could have given to Andy. In fact, I think that was more than pretty easy for him. I would like to give him a proper bit of competition though, so I do hope to have a reroll as soon as a rematch as soon as possible. Fallen Glory even got man of the match, so he hit 11 that game. Fantastic game for Fallen Glory. And like I said, he doubled up and got in Agility Plus. 3 touchdowns, 10 armor breaks against 1 pass, 1 death, and 8 armor breaks. I haven't replaced the dead Blitzer. I could have, but I opted to buy the Apo first instead. So I'm going to go one more game without a blitzer at least. And Slammer actually got a level up from it, and he rolled Agility Plus as well, so the 2 level ups got an Agility Plus. And the last one who got any SPP, of course, was my Goblin and the other wolf that is named after me because he managed 1 touchdown. That's it for this game. Thank you very much for watching, and there'll be more Wood Wars soon, I hope. But I don't have a lot of time for the next couple of days for Wood Wars, so I'm probably only going to be focusing on CCL at least until Tuesday, because I fly to Britain on Monday, and I may be too tired to do anything on Monday anyway, as a result. Thank you for watching, guys, and I hope to see you in-game, or at least in Discord, or at least in my comments, which you can leave, by the way, sometime soon. Thank you very much. Bye-bye.